tried to pick original people. I tried not to pick the same people that the other Dig girls picked, and I also went to Stephenie Meyer's website to make sure I didn't pick anybody that she picked for the roles or the fan favorites that are on there either. I steered clear of that. Now, I do realize that some of the people I picked are a little old to play their roles, or even maybe like a little young, but I tried very hard to find people that I thought would fit pretty well. And just a little side note, my Edward is my Edward because that's who I saw the very first time I read Twilight like 2 years ago. He is who popped in my head as Edward, and I'll explain that when we get there. So here we go.
I know one of the other girls already picked her as Bella, but I had Alexis Bledel in mind for Alice. She's petite, she's gorgeous, and she has that face that makes you want to trust her. I think she would make an absolute great Alice. For Jasper, I picked Justin Chatwin. I had a hard time finding a Jasper, but he started to grow on me, and you may recognize him from War of the Worlds or The Invisible. For Emmett, I picked Justin Bruning. He actually plays Mike Tracer on Knight Rider now. He's an ex-Abercrombie model, so that gives him the muscles and the good looks to pull off Emmett. For Rosalie, I picked Nicole Rayburn. She was in a couple slasher films like Candy Stripers and The Blur, but she's statuesque, she's blonde, she's gorgeous. What more could you ask of a person playing Rosalie? For Carlisle, I picked Jim Caviezel. I know he's a little old, and I know he's not blonde, but I picked him because of his acting. Usually he's cast as a character who's very loving and compassionate. For Esme, I picked Frances O'Connor. She actually played Fanny in Mansfield Park, and she's gorgeous, but she has that loving look of a mother in her face, so I think she'd make a great Esme. For Jacob, I picked Oliver James. He was the gorgeous, singing, motorcycle riding waiter in What a Girl Wants, opposite of Amanda Bynes. For Bella, I picked Alexandra Chandro. She actually plays on As the World Turns, but she's brunette. She has brown eyes and a heart-shaped face. A little old maybe for Bella, but I think it would work. This is who I would not give up. I pictured Jensen Ackles from day one after reading Twilight. He was my Edward until they cast Rob as Edward. I know he's too old to be 17 years old, but he's gorgeous, and this was my Edward originally. And look, he's pretty in a meadow. For Mike Newton, I picked Jeremy Sumpter. You may recognize him from Peter Pan, but now he's all grown up, and he looks like the high school jock who's popular and used to having attention from the ladies. Last but not least is Charlie. I picked Josh Lucas. I think looks old enough to look like he's had a child young. I think he has that cop look about him. I think he's Chief Swan.
I do absolutely adore the cast we have now, and I see how hard it was to pick someone for the characters that Stephenie made, because they're Stephenie Meyer characters and they're kind of like solid and, you know, not really flexible. So I can understand casting issues. We need suggestions. We need punishments, guys. So you viewers, a lot of us girls need to be punished for either being late or not posting a video, or yeah. So tell us what you want us to do. Yeah, we're brain dead. I will see Ellie on Monday, and I'll see you all next week. TTFN.